So in this video, I'm going to show you how safely you can take this out and install new screen replacement for Acer Aspire 14-AI. So let's get into the video and replace it. Alright, so here is the crack line that I can see on the screen. Okay, normally for LCD, if it get this sort of crack, still it does work, but this is OLED and that's why it's completely gone. We can't see anything on the screen. So we don't need that many tools. We need Phillips screwdriver, flat opening tool, and double-sided tape for the screen, which comes with the actual screen replacement. And here is the model number, as you can see here, 14AI Acer. Okay, so good thing with Acer, they always use same sort of screw, which is Phillips, and easy to take out. You don't need to track of the screws because all almost same in size except the bottom one, which is little shorter than rest of them. Once everything taken out, we're gonna open up the back part. So I'm gonna use flat opening tool like that, and that shouldn't break anything. You can see here. Now the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna disconnect the battery. That's the first thing. See, make sure you don't disconnect any other part except the battery first. Surprisingly, the battery doesn't have any screws or anything. Yes, it does have. Once you put the back cover on, the couple of screws goes on the top. Now we're going to disconnect the actual screen connector. There are a couple of them. One maybe for the camera, another one for the screen. So gently pull these two out, and there is no any Wi-Fi antenna, so pretty fine. Now we're going to take out all the screws from the hinges. And once we've taken out, we can pull the mainboard part out of the screen, and then we can work on the screen panel. Alright, so the separated screen panel does have a few parts. As you can see, this is the actual cover, which just keeps the screen cable covered. And underneath, a couple of screws. Make sure before you pull the bezel off, you taken out both of the screws. Okay, those are identical dark color screws, so you can keep it separate. Now I'm going to go through slowly, gently. So when you using a fingertip, make sure be careful. Don't apply too much force or anything. Just gently give it a try, and that should be fine. Okay. So make sure you do have the firm grip. Then gently taking out all of them, and you're going to have kind of cracking noise, which is absolutely fine, especially those corners, the edges. Be careful because this is the weak part of it. Okay, and then we're going to separate that one. Once we taken out, then we can get access to the main screen. And the main screen is not like ordinary traditional laptop screen, because this is quite sharp, I can see, and the screen edges are especially very sharp, so be careful when you do that. I already can feel how sharp it is. Okay, and the problem is here, I try to use gloves, but that is quite difficult to put the grip on, so I do prefer that way. The good point with this frame, it doesn't have any sort of strong adhesive, which gives me free access to taking out. Okay, hopefully there is nothing, or maybe, yeah, kind of click things. Yeah, so keep it on a flat surface. And now that screen doesn't have any sort of bezel bracket. Instead, they use kind of adhesive, which generally does in every single new laptop. So let's take it out. So at this point, as you can see, there are two adhesive pull. Now we can gently pull this screen off, and before we pull it, we need to disconnect another cable, which is the main LCD flex cable. Okay, so when you disconnect it, be careful because there is adhesive. If you pull it too much, too much close to the actual panel, you're going to damage that 30-pin connectors. Okay, so once you peel this adhesive tape, there is a kind of a buckle. Okay, just pull it upwards and that should be fine. Now the panel is separated. Okay, now two things we have to do. One, separate the bracket from the actual OLED screen and then put the adhesive tape, and also we need to put double-sided adhesive tape for that panel as well. And here is the replacement part, which is super thin, so be careful. Don't think this is the final replacement part that you're gonna put it directly. And before you put it on, you must need to separate the frame panel from the broken screen. So in total, 6 adhesive tape underneath, one of them on the right, left, then on the center and on the top. Okay, so make sure you remove all of them, and then the actual frame plate should come off easily. And then before you put it back to the new screen, we need to make sure we put some adhesive tape in there. This step is really important and crucial, okay? Because the actual screen is really thin, and if you don't put that adhesive tape properly, that might gonna come off and damage it, because I mentioned that OLED screen is super sensitive and I don't find quite often from the laptop. Okay, that is the second time that I'm replacing a screen for this sort of model. Okay, so I pre-order it from Amazon, 15 or 20 strips. I'm going to use how many I need, and rest of them I'm going to keep it. If anything that you receive shorter than actual adhesive tape, you can apply multiple of them, okay, just to extend the actual size. So that part is going to be quite long, so I'm going to fast forward it just to make the video shorter. If you do have any question, please leave it in the comment section and I will get back to you. Now simply we're going to place the screen, make sure the alignment is correct, and peel off any sort of film protector at the back. Don't try to take out the sticker because this is strong adhesive. You might damage the screen if you try to pull off this sticker which printed at the back. Now check the top alignment and just place it. Don't squeeze it, don't push it. That should be fine. Okay, I can see it's clearly perfect now. Now we're gonna reverse back whatever we done. So we're gonna place it on the top panel, and before we do that, we need another two strip on the left and right to hold the actual frame into the top plate. So finally, all successfully done. I forgot to shoot the final screen video, but it was working absolutely fine. There was no issue. You need to be very careful. There are a couple of precautions that you need to follow, especially when you handle all the connectors and when you place the new replacement part and when you reconnect all those connectors again, and battery should be the first one, and battery connector should be first and last one. Okay, so these are the things you need to maintain. Still, if you do have any question, please leave it in the comment section, and if you do like, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye for now.